Who is the perfect coach to help Cam Ward become the franchise quarterback the Titans drafted him to be? In this video, I'm going to make the case for a forgotten offensive guru that is credited for developing Matthew Stafford and is now helping Daniel Jones have the best season of his career. Ward has shown the potential to be an electric playmaker because he has the arm talent to push the ball down the field and the speed to turn negative plays into positive ones. But he's also shown a bad habit of getting away from the basics. He turns the ball over while trying to extend plays, and his poor footwork makes him late or inaccurate on routine drive-sustaining throws. Ward needs a head coach with a proven track record of developing quarterbacks, someone who can highlight the best of Ward and improve his fundamentals. I'm talking about the Tennessee native with the best name in the coaching game, Jim Bob Cooter. But why is a little Cooter exactly what Cam Ward needs? Well, let's talk about who this forgotten coaching star even is. Cooter started getting attention back in 2015 when he was named the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. At the time, former number 1 overall pick Matthew Stafford was considered incredibly talented, but was too turnover prone and struggled with his accuracy because of poor fundamentals. But then getting Cooter changed everything for Stafford. In Jim Bob's modified West Coast offense, he matured in his decision-making and mechanics to post the highest completion percentage of his Lions career. He also saw a significant decrease in his turnovers. The team posted back-to-back winning seasons for the first time in over 20 years in 2016 and 2017. Jim Bob had helped Stafford finally reach his potential, so he seemed to be a lock to be the next offensive guru turned head coach. But then Matt Patricia happened. In 2018, Lions ownership decided to fire head coach Jim Caldwell and bring in Matt Patricia to improve the defense. Patricia had a more conservative and safe game plan philosophy for the offense, which caused a complete drop-off in explosive plays and scoring. Jim Bob was a holdover from the previous coaching staff, so he was scapegoated by Patricia for the massive regression on offense. The Lions parted ways with Cooter, leaving him to rebuild his once promising career. He bounced around the league for a few years before finally earning another shot at the Colts offense coordinator in 2023. He isn't calling plays for them, but his current role has helped craft Shane Steichen's scheme, and he's been essential in Daniel Jones' turnaround. But would the system that helped Stafford and Jones' careers actually work for Cam Ward? So let's break down what Cooter's offense really looks like and why it's helped Daniel Jones so much. Like I mentioned before, Jim Bob and Shane Steichen run a modified West Coast offense. What that means is that passing concepts they use are actually pretty simple compared to what Callahan or Ben Johnson typically design. The reason for this is so that the quarterback has an easy read and can get the ball into pass catcher's hands quickly. This is important because the core philosophy of the West Coast offense is moving the ball down the field by picking up the yards after the catch. But then just because it has simple passing concept doesn't mean it's a simple offense. The complicated part is everything that happens before the snap. In our Bears video, we explained how Ben Johnson uses a ton of shifts and motions to take advantage of the defense's responsibilities. Well, Steichen and Cooter use them a lot too, but with a different intention. Their offense runs on the quarterback diagnosing coverages, identifying blitzers, and finding answers before the snap rather than after it. This makes the read easier and the ball gets out quicker because it's almost predetermined. To help the quarterback with this, they use shifts, motions, and fake cadences to get defenses out of their disguises. Once the quarterback has this information, he can audible to a different play to give himself a better answer for what the defense is showing. He can also adjust the protection and communicate with a hot receiver if he needs to. The quarterback is given full control over the offense. This system has been a perfect fit for a guy like Daniel Jones. Jones has always been regarded as being incredibly smart and accurate. His problem has been struggling under pressure to consistently make the right read. The shift to diagnosing defenses before the snap instead of after has completely turned his career around. It's essentially given him 10 to 20 seconds to process coverages and deliver an accurate throw instead of just 2. So now that I've covered how the system works and why it works so well for Jones, let's talk about how that translates to Cam Ward. To figure that out, let's look at what a quarterback in the system needs and see how that fits Cam Ward's strengths. A quarterback inside Cooter's tightly run offense has to be able to see through disguises, get the offense into the right play, and deliver an accurate ball on short to intermediate throws to maximize yards after the catch. If he can push the ball down the field, that's just a bonus because it keeps defenses honest. I trust that Cam Ward is able to diagnose the defense and get the offense into the right play call. At Miami, he was asked to adjust play calls and protections and led them to double-digit wins. He's also more often than not gotten to the right read in Callahan's offense. So I'm not really worried about his ability to process information. But then his accuracy has been by far his biggest problem, especially on short to intermediate throws. Among all eligible quarterbacks this season, he has the worst completion percentage of passes under 20 yards. The biggest reason his throws seem to be off is because of his lower half. On a lot of his throws, he either adds an extra hop before delivering, which causes him to be late, or he takes his legs out of the throw entirely, which causes him to be inaccurate. Therefore, his footwork is the biggest issue he needs to fix, whether he's in this offense or a different one. Cam Ward's experience paired with Jim Bob Cooter's meticulous eye for defensive trends could be exactly what he needs to take that next step in year 2. But then Ward's receivers have done him absolutely no favors with the drops. So the Titans are going to need to spend a lot of resources to rebuild most of their offense this offseason. and we're going to break down which options would be the best fit for this offense in our next video. So make sure you smash that subscribe button right here and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Emmett from the RFL Show, and I'll see you in the next video.